Deep space is right ahead. I can go with you. I can go with you.
You're finally here, researcher! Check out the fruits of my latest and greatest research on Aurora Industries. It took 3 days of non-stop work, but it's finally done.
Actually, she just rummaged through the old box and gathered all the intel from Wednesday. Gray Fox had always been urging her to organize it, but she kept putting it off until now.
Absolutely! I fed all the intel from these reports, plus Aurora Industries' public market data, into Gray Fox's decryption terminal. And the AI has already pinpointed several possible hideouts for Gray Fox. Unfortunately, since all this intel was gathered in the past, we can only narrow it down to a few buildings and manufacturing plants under Aurora Industries, as well as some of Lucius's private properties. The rest is up to Officer Roslyn, our guardian angel whose courage, incredible acting, and commitment to justice have empowered her to continue our righteous fight against Chief Wells and his tyranny.
Well, that introduction was super long. In short, I fibbed to Wells that my zeal to nab the thief led me to mess with his plans. That tale earned me a suspension pending investigation, but it gave me ample time to shadow him. I know exactly what you're thinking, but the bigger the risk, the bigger the reward. Anka and I have agreed on a secret code, and she can see my location in real time whenever she wants. If anything happens to me, she'll know where to find me.
Our secret code is Sega, 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 Sega.
I've already sent Anka the location Wells often visits when off duty. Hopefully these will help you rescue Gray Fox. Wells is in a meeting with some of Asperia's government officials today. I plan to slip into his office to gather some crucial evidence. Anka, watch your backs out there, and best of luck.
Okay, let's go.
Here's the information Roslyn gave me earlier. If you put it all together, there are only 3 places left to investigate. A private villa in Dandelion Coast, an Aurora Industries production plant in Linglong Industrial Park, and an unfinished building in Azure Coast.
We don't have time to investigate all 3 of them. If we want to maximize our chances of saving Gray Fox, we'll have to split up and search. Ace and I will take Azure Coast. You should be pretty familiar with Linglong Industrial Park, researcher. Why don't you and Meryl handle that area?
Actually, through my Hycros connections, I recently discovered that the building in Azure Coast is actually another secret Omnium research center by Aurora Industries.
So Lucius is keeping a huge secret somewhere in that building, and it's most likely connected to Gray Fox. That's what you're saying, right?
Yes.
Then again, we'd be wasting a lot of time if we didn't find her there. Maybe it's better if we cover more ground first?
Researcher is right. To the Public Security Bureau, you're nothing but a group of uncontrollable fugitives. Without me here, they would stop at nothing to hunt down and arrest you all.
Such a hassle. Let's all just head to that coast then.
Is this the place? It's so quiet. I don't think anyone's been here for a long time. Do you really think we'll find Gray Fox here?
It seems there are two entrances here. One at the front and one at the back. Should we pair up?
Yes, I think we can cover more ground that way. I'll go with Researcher.
And since when did we put you in charge?
You're the one who suggested splitting up in the first place.
Hey, boss. Don't you want to team up with me anymore? Or are you ditching me for the new Researcher?
Anka, once we save Gray Fox, I'll make sure she knows every single thing you've been up to. Every bit of it.
No, wait! Researcher, help me out here! I don't want Gray Fox to chew me out when she's back. Hey, boss, wait up! I don't have a motorcycle!
Check this out. It looks like something or someone was dragged along the ground over here. It's too early to say for sure. Let's just see where the trail leads. Step aside. I know a way to get through.
leave.
I didn't expect your combat skills to be so sharp, perfectly covering my blind spots. Are you really just a researcher? You're much different than I imagined. Only what I found in your Hycros personnel files. Your past mentors say you're a talented researcher, but often overlook social interactions due to your reserved nature and dedication to research. But the researcher I know is decisive, resilient, and composed under pressure, executing tasks efficiently and never lagging behind. That's because I do. Tell me, what could have happened in such a short amount of time to change you so much? I understand that. Major life changes often lead to shifts in personality, and you've certainly faced your share of them since arriving in Asperia, like falling into a coma or being kidnapped. Now that you mention it, those events feel like they happened ages ago. Honestly, they weren't that big of a deal, so I wouldn't dwell on them. Besides, I never would have met you if they hadn't happened, right? Even a small shift in perspective can help us understand other people a lot better. After my wandering days came to an end and I returned to Hycros, I said something similar to Helena, who cared about me deeply. I'm sure she felt the same way then. You're only comforting me because you don't want me to worry so much about you. That's why you pretend nothing happened, and even make jokes about your painful past to show me how strong you are. Professor Helena told me about you, the daughter of the Lysaccia family, who became an orphan overnight, wandering throughout the country while searching for your missing brother. That must have been tough. I didn't expect her to tell you so much about me. She must trust you a lot. Honestly, I can hardly remember my wandering days, or the person I was back then. But losing my brother, that pain, that desperate feeling, I can never forget that. I completely understand. I too lost someone important, and my quest to find her brought me here. I can barely remember who I was when I started this journey. It's like you said, it's impossible not to change after so many experiences. But I think change isn't necessarily bad. Without those experiences, I wouldn't have met so many friends or become who I am today. I know you will, so don't worry too much. I'm sure today's mission will be a success, and Grey Fox will be back with you soon enough. Finding her won't be easy, but the happiness of reuniting will be worth it. The breakthrough Lucius mentioned is most likely File 049. He mistook it for Hycros' research and wants to claim it as his own to help Aurora Industries surpass its competitors. But who exactly is this Asurata guy? Is he really that influential? He must be if someone like Lucius has no choice but to bow his head and ask for his help. The so-called Todd family sounds pretty intimidating too. He's the CEO of Oth Inc., as well as the next in line to lead the Todd family. What? You don't even know basic history? In 2547, the distant beacon encountered an accident mid-air, forcing the Federation to sacrifice part of the ship's cargo to make a safe emergency landing. This ensured everyone's safety, but led to subsequent material shortages. In order to maintain social order and establish Ida as quickly as possible, the Federation partnered closely with a number of influential families whose fortunes were built on interstellar travel. Let me guess. The Lisaccia and Todd families were among them, right? Correct. My family believes that technology is humanity's guiding light into the future. That's why we invested in cutting-edge technology, including Hycros. The Todd family, however, believes that information rules everything. Many details surrounding the Todd family prior to the age of interstellar travel are difficult to verify. All I can say is that before coming to Ida and establishing themselves as a media giant, the Todd family made their fortune through espionage and trading secrets on the human homeworld. Whether it's espionage, underground deals, or the movement of funds, the Todd family's presence can be felt wherever connections, intel, and money are involved. They're a family of genius entrepreneurs, and their network even extends into the Federation itself. So what's this big job Asurata is doing for Lucius? We'll have to keep digging if we want to find out. Let's go. This document. It's related to File 049's transfer from the Federation Nexus to Asperia. It seems Lucius had been plotting to steal it for a while. I wonder how he managed to get it. You don't need to tell me about Hykros or what they're up to. Now that the Lysaccia family is gone, I'm just a Federation investigator now. But aren't you even a little curious about what's in this file? Lucius wouldn't have gone to such lengths to steal it if he didn't think it contained cutting-edge omnium research. What would it matter if I knew? I'm not a member of the Todd family. I don't know how to exploit valuable information for profit or power. As far as I'm concerned, they're nothing but parasites with an obsession for money and power. Though they weren't directly involved in the Lysaccia family's destruction, they definitely contributed to it, and even benefited greatly from it. He was still just a student when it all happened, so he had nothing to do with my family's downfall. But Tepin Todd, his father and the true head of the Todd family, is another story. Tepin is an extremely cunning and profiteering man who knows how to maximize his interests while ensuring his own security. When the Lysaccia family was destroyed, he was able to convince the court that he was innocent of any wrongdoing. He wasn't directly involved, so I can't use legal means for revenge. Confronting him would only threaten the life Victor and I have now. But one way or another, he's going to pay for that.
We're over here, researcher. We found a series of emails from Lucius asking the whereabouts of File 049, transfer records of the notary company to suppress trending online searches, and procurement records for the construction of a hidden omnium research lab in this building. It's funny because the trending news was exaggerated by witnesses. They said that Wednesday sent over a dozen people to rob Aurora Industries, yet Lucius paid 10 million Norn just to cover it up.
It's Rosalind, researcher. I just lost sight of her location.
Lost sight of her? She said she was going to search Wells's office earlier, didn't she?
Yes, And 10 minutes ago, I could still see her position inside the Public Security Bureau, but it just suddenly disappeared. I tried rebooting it a bunch of times, but the signal and location data seems fine. Rosalind's signal is the only one missing, and she's not responding to any of my messages. Oh, what should I do?
Stop panicking, Anka. It could just be a problem with her locator or the signal in the bureau. Just be patient.
Anka, Nola, listen. Go find Rosalind now. If she's in danger, call the Fang Gang for help. If she's safe, help her continue searching Wells's office for clues.
But what about Gray Fox?
Meryl and I can handle things here. By the time you get to the Bureau, we'll be finished. In any case, there's no reason for either of you to come back.
I agree with Researcher, but I'm not leaving until Gray Fox is rescued. I'm leaving Rosalind in your hands, Anka. Take this badge and show it to Gunpowder of the Fang Gang, and he'll do whatever he can to help.
Boss, I understand. I'm off to look for Rosalind now, so the rest of you better stay safe.
What's that noise?
It sounds like someone's banging on the door. Could it be Gray Fox? He was Aurora's previous chief scientist. Richard took over after his resignation. He must have had his doubts about the origins of File 049, so he resigned out of fear.
In other words, if this Simon person is still alive, he can serve as a witness to implicate Lucius for stealing File 049 and conducting illegal Omnium research. Something about this is a little strange, though.
How so?
Don't you think everything has gone way too smoothly for us so far? Now that you mention it, it does feel that way. The only resistance we encountered was a few droids, and they were easy enough to take down. You'd think they would have better security for an illegal Omnium lab, but getting in here was even easier than infiltrating the Aurora Experimental Center.
Maybe Aurora Industries didn't expect us to find this place?
It's not just that. Those strange footprints led us all the way here, and these documents are powerful evidence that directly proves Lucius stole File 049 and conducted illegal Omnium experiments. How should I put it? It feels like an invisible hand has been deliberately placing everything we need right in front of us.
When you put it that way, it does feel odd.
Hey Nola, I remember you saying that the media exaggerated our break-in of the Aurora Experimental Center, blowing it up to say there were over a dozen people involved, right?
Yeah, we broke in all right, but the process was grossly exaggerated.
A scenario in which old allies are eliminated, new enemies are defeated, and a bright future is brought into clear sight. The only person who stands to win here is Wells. Could it be... What do you mean about Wells?
Researcher, what exactly are you talking about?
I'm worried that Wells was only pretending to buy into Rosalind's act, and that he used her to lure us out here. If so, Wells has most likely captured her already. Wells probably wants to eliminate all his problems, whether it's us or Lucius. That's why he went through so much trouble to set this up and used Grey Fox to lure us here.
We've come this far. Even if it is a trap, we have to try. As long as there's even the slightest chance of rescuing Grey Fox, I won't give up.
I'm going too. If this whole thing really is a trap laid by Wells, then I'm your only shot at survival.
Thank you.
What's this?
It's just like what we saw back at Shooter Electronics. Wait, no it's not. I'm sensing a completely different pressure from this guy.
I can't locate his movement at all.
If you don't deal with him now, you'll never be able to find Grey Fox. But it's way tougher than the last one.
Can you hear me, Plotty?
I hear you. Did you make it?
I did. I found an omnium reactor in the surface layer and used the terminal there to locate another data singularity and enter the network. My guess was right. There must be some connection between the omnium reactors in the surface layer and the data singularities.
Well done. Now all we have to do is thoroughly research your new discovery. But right now, you have something much more important to do. The area of the foundational layer you're currently in is under attack by a large number of viruses. They're about to take over the control tower, so please clear them out as soon as possible.
Okay.
The viruses in the foundational layer are definitely the root cause of the aberrations in the surface layer. But to be safe, I suggest you use the control tower to repair the system before leaving.
But I didn't use the control tower last time. It was Shirley, or rather Void Piercer, who used it, but I'm not exactly sure what they did.
Control towers are used to modify or maintain the network system functions, but improper modifications can sometimes damage it. If you want to know what she did last time, you'll have to ask her.
Got it.
Go to the control tower. I'll teach you how to input the system repair command. Relax. Just follow my instructions and input the commands into the panel.
I'm here, boss! What kind of monster is this? Huh?
Don't let any of them get away.
Yes!
Well...
Rosalind, what are you doing?
No, you can't die yet, Wells. I still have so much to ask you.
Rosalind, you'll find everything in the secret room of my office. I failed your father. But worse,
I've got the evidence. All I need now is your statement. You can't die now, Wells. I still need...
Forgive me. I was so blinded by power.
Researcher? I didn't see you when I came in. Yeah, it's a total mess. Everything happened so fast. Phew. Thank goodness you're okay. I was so worried about you when I saw the arrest warrant. Tell me, are you actually a member of Wednesday now? Or were you kidnapped?
No, it's not like that. Aurora Industries. They wanted to get some Omnium technology secrets out of me, but I refused, so they framed me. I'm totally innocent.
I see you've had it rough. I get it, don't worry. Honestly, these last few days have been the scariest of my life. Don't get me started. I almost got suspended for helping Rosalind. I thought she was trying to catch Wednesday to get her job back, but she ended up rescuing them.
Wait, you didn't report her to Wells, did you?
Of course not. I'm a proper officer of the Public Security Bureau. I kept quiet, assessed the situation calmly, and began my own investigation before making any conclusions. I'm still not done investigating, just so you know. After I got assigned to this operation today, I received a distress call from Anka. She said someone from the Fang Gang discovered that Wells had Rosalind locked away in the hospital.
What?
I never got to ask the chief, and now I never will. I guess the chief knew Rosalind suspected him but couldn't kill her like he did Wednesday. So he faked a psychological disorder for Rosalind and had her locked in the hospital. A psychiatrist I caught earlier told me how they torture their victims that way. When I joined the force, I never thought I'd end up teaming with a suspended special officer, a notorious criminal group and the famous Fang Gang of Esperia to bring down my own chief. What a nightmare. But when this is all over, at least I can say I was a brave and just officer of the law who upheld the vow I made at the academy.
Anka, why are you and Rosalind here? Didn't I tell you to look for Grey Fox somewhere else?
Because Rosalind found a lot of evidence against Wells in his office. Like the weapon used to murder her father, the gun that once belonged to him but went missing years ago. It was in Wells's private safe all along. He's been lying to Rosalind for years and years. Same thing this time. Wells never trusted her and knew she'd eventually follow him. So he used her to lure us into a trap and pit us against that maniac Lucius. He even lied about that meeting he supposedly went to. That was just to bait her into entering his office so he could capture her and send her to the hospital. So as soon as Rosalind was safe, the two of us rushed over here to rescue you. Otherwise, Wells's plan of evil masterminds killed by a monster and Ambassador of Justice Wells saves the day might have succeeded. So did you guys find Grey Fox?
No, nothing. Despite the chaos, we didn't find any hidden doors, secret rooms, or passages. Grey Fox must be somewhere else.
Don't lose hope yet. I asked Gunpowder to check other places where Grey Fox might be held, and he just sent me a message. Maybe he found something. No luck. Gunpowder says he checked every corner and asked around, but there's no sign of Grey Fox.
Weren't you just telling me not to lose hope yet? Don't start giving up now. According to you, she's supposed to be really tough, right?
That's right. She's the daughter of Tep and Todd, the wealthy president of Oth Inc. And Aserata Todd, the Oth Inc. executive who always appears before the media, is her older brother.
Then I'm sure Grey Fox is fine. The Todd family is extremely well established, and even Lucius fears and respects them. There's no way he would have done anything to put her in real danger. Besides, it's possible the Todd family has already found her.
But if she's okay, then why hasn't she contacted me yet? I've sent her hundreds of messages, but still no reply. It's so frustrating. I can't just sit here and do nothing. I have to think of something. Come on, Anka, think! This isn't working. I haven't slept in 3 days, so I can't even think straight right now. Maybe I'll come up with something after a good night's sleep.
Hey Meryl, did you find the rest of File 049? No, just a few fragments of it. I think most of it was damaged during the fight just now. But if I gather as much of them as possible, I can hand them over to the Federation along with Lucius. And that should be enough. Given his current condition, the only option is to take him to the hospital for treatment and interrogate him once he wakes up. After that, I'll shift the focus of my investigation to his relationship with Wells. Thankfully, Anka saved me a lot of trouble by gathering enough evidence and information related to Aurora Industries. However, I'll still need the Public Security Bureau's help for the next part of my investigation. Officer Roslin, I know things must be difficult for you right now, but there's still a lot of work to be done, and I'll need your help to do it.
Sorry, Agent Meryl, but I'm still suspended pending an investigation into my previous actions. You'd better ask Carol for help.
I can put in an urgent request to have you reinstated as a special officer, for the sake of aiding my investigation and cleaning things up here.
You can't give up, Roslyn. You're the most responsible, determined, and righteous cop in all of Asperia. Maybe even all of Ida. Besides, you still haven't brought me to justice, remember? Who said anything about giving up? Attention, all officers of the Public Security Bureau. Under Agent Merrill's orders, I have been temporarily reinstated as a special officer and assume full command of this crime scene. President Lucius is suspected of conducting illegal omnium experiments and bribing government officials. However, due to his unconscious state, he must first be transported to the hospital for medical treatment. Regarding Wells Kudrow, former chief of police for the Asperia Public Security Bureau, prior to his death, he was suspected of accepting bribes, murdering Officer Lockard, his predecessor, and several other crimes. Have our forensic doctors retrieve his body as soon as possible. As for the members of Wednesday, Nola and Anka are suspected of kidnapping a Kylo researcher, stealing from Aurora Industries, and other crimes. However, they voluntarily surrendered themselves to me and later assisted in exposing the crimes of Chief Wells. As such, they are to be temporarily detained for further questioning. Kylo researcher, as a suspected accomplice in Wednesday's crimes, you will also be detained for questioning.
Me? So no one is safe now, huh?
Don't worry, everyone. I'm sure Officer Roslyn, our righteous and merciful friend, will show us a little more leniency after helping out in such an important case. Isn't that right, Officer Roslyn? I'm already helping you by attesting to your surrender and your assistance in exposing Wells. Showing you leniency is the judge's decision, not mine.
Officer Roslyn, these three are closely tied to my current mission. They were instrumental in helping me retrieve a missing Federation file, as well as providing incriminating evidence against Aurora Industries.
Huh?
Yay!
I still require their assistance for the rest of my investigation. The law dictates that as a federal agent, I am authorized to take detainees of the Public Security Bureau into my custody as needed.
I can agree to that, but not before they undergo the Public Security Bureau's detainment procedures first. Once your mission is over, they will need to be returned to us for further investigation as well.
Understood. However, until my own investigation is concluded, I'd like for them to operate with full autonomy while under my supervision.
As long as they conduct themselves in accordance with the law, I have no objections.
Thank you, Meryl.
Thank you, Meryl.
Woohoo! Wednesday foiled yet another criminal plot, and our incredible friend in the Federation bailed us out of serious trouble. Now that's what you call a perfect ending. She didn't bail you out of anything. As a federal agent, she's only taking you into her custody for the time being. Remember to work hard, and you might just have a chance to make amends. Don't worry, I've stocked up enough evidence against Aurora Industries to completely make up for my crimes. In fact, I might have enough to earn a commendation or two. Don't get ahead of yourselves, especially after all the trouble your organization has caused so far. That goes double for you, Anka. Even if you don't end up in jail, you're looking at 10 years of community service at the very least. Fine by me. Working odd jobs is my specialty, after all. Forget it. Agent Merrill and I need to return to the Bureau to file our incident reports, as well as sort out the paperwork for leaving you in her custody.
Excellent work, Authorizer. Unfortunately, after the firewall blocked my program, I've made almost no progress in researching the surface layer. Right now, your actions within the surface layer are probably our best and only option. So, if you still have energy for it, perhaps you'd like to continue investigating other connections between the foundational layer and the surface layer.
You mentioned earlier that history within the network can't be altered, but the explosion reported in those articles you showed me was completely averted. That was because my actions within the foundational layer seemed to change the outcome.
That's impossible. The surface layer is an authentic record of the past, meaning it's supposed to follow the exact course of Ida's history. What you're describing is no different than making changes to an old movie. So how could that be?
I'm not sure, but how else do you explain everyone surviving their predetermined deaths?
Are you sure they actually survived? Based on our original understanding of the surface layer, even if they managed to avoid the explosion, the record still would have ended when it was supposed to end. Meaning, if it was their time to go, changing the outcome wouldn't stop them from disappearing at the certain point in time.
So what? Just because they're made of data from previous events, does that really mean there's no point in trying to change their fates?
Based on our current understanding, that's exactly what it means. Either way, I suggest confirming it for yourself, as it would still further our understanding of the surface layer.
Okay.
Hello, hello! You've reached Anka, Esperia's up-and-coming community service star and model citizen. What can I do for you, researcher? Huh? You didn't seriously think Rosalind threw me in jail, did you?
No. I just wanted to ask if you still had the badge Nola gave you earlier?
Oh yeah, I totally forgot about it. Rosalind's still setting up my community service schedule, so I can't leave right now. Could you swing by and pick it up instead?
Okay.
I can go with you.
Researcher, you gotta help me change Rosalind's mind. Meryl just invited her to become a Federation agent, but she turned her down. I just think I'm not ready to take on any new challenges right now. I know I won't be chosen to run the Bureau next, but... Meryl gave you time to consider her offer, remember? You don't have to come up with an answer right now, so just give it a little more thought. Even I'm a little jealous that she offered you something like that. I know Meryl said she would use her authority as a federal agent to pardon Wednesday for breaking into Aurora Industries twice, but that doesn't mean you have to keep siding with her like this. I'm only thinking of you, Rosalind. Your dream is to preserve justice, order, and equality for all, and becoming a federal agent would bring you closer to that than staying here as an Asperia cop. And then what? Without me here to supervise your community service, you would just run off and commit more crimes as a member of Wednesday, right? That's not what I meant. I just think a change of scenery would be good for you. That way, you wouldn't have to face everything related to Wells all the time. It could be just like last time, when you left Astra after your dad passed away. A new environment gave you the space you needed to process everything, remember? I didn't pick myself up back then because I had new surroundings. It was because I met a good friend who I could talk to about anything. If I stay in Asperia, I'll still have you, Carol, and Researcher, and right now, that's a lot more important to me than becoming a federal agent. Besides, a truly outstanding police officer can uphold justice, order, and equality just as well as any federal agent. In any case, I'm not taking my eyes off you until your community service is done, so don't even think about trying to shake me before then. If you do a good job, I might even consider calling you Siga. Roslyn. It was nothing. I was just doing my duty as an officer of the law. I just got a message from Carol. She's asking me to return to the office because a federal agent is looking for me. I have to go now. But remember to show up to work on time, Anka. You hear me? On time. Yes, ma'am. Oh, crud. Classes are almost over at the kindergarten, and I'm supposed to work there as a crossing guard today. Oh, sorry, Researcher, but I gotta go right now or else I'll be late. Here, take Nola's badge. Also, I still haven't forgotten about searching for Gray Fox. I'll let you know right away if I find anything, so please do the same for me.
Guess I'll go return Nola's badge now. Wait, Rosalind said a federal agent was looking for her, but she didn't mention Rosalind's name at all. Could it be someone else? I saved Anka and the others, but what about Meryl's encounter with Asarada Todd and Team X? Will things still play out like they did in the real world?
I can go with you. Mia is currently executing food preparation sequence. Please wait. I can go with you. I can go with you.
本次行程已结束，祝您旅程愉快。本次行程已结束，祝您旅程愉快。
Welcome to Odin's Tavern. How may I serve you?
We're discussing Lucius right now. The hospital doctors found traces of a rage-inducing drug in his system, which must have been administered by Wells. He's still unconscious, but once he wakes up, I'll be sure to ask him about Grey Fox's whereabouts.
We appreciate it. You should thank her on behalf of Anka and yourself as well. After all, it's only thanks to her that we're not in jail right now. You don't mind, do you? Oh, I nearly forgot about it. Thanks.
Wait, that badge. Where did you get it?
It's been with me like forever. You've seen it before?
Yeah, I remember spotting it once in a file. Likely a Federation document.
Really? What else do you know about it? It's really important to me. I need to know everything you can remember.
I might have found it by accident when I was looking through the archives. I realized I had the wrong file and closed it right away. The page I saw had an image of this badge. I didn't read the details, but it seemed to be related to the Defense Force, possibly a covert unit.
So, I was a soldier? A covert unit. I do recall being in a brutal battle, but I can't remember anything else.
It makes sense. Aside from your own outstanding fighting prowess, you also demonstrate skills in group combat that are generally reserved for highly trained special forces. Soldiers who have seen the savagery of war firsthand often suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder and other mental health issues. In more severe cases, some patients develop symptoms akin to amnesia as a way of repressing their experiences.
Where can I get more information about this unit?
Normally, ordinary Defense Force members just have to submit a simple access request to the military institution that possesses the files in question. But if you were in a secret ops team, the records would be stored in the Federation's classified archives.
Any chance you could tell me where that library is located?
Not on your life.
Who's there?
Sorry for the interruption, Agent Merrill. But I have urgent business to discuss with you. My name is Asurata Todd, Captain of Team X of the Federation Nexus, and I've come to relieve you of your duties. Please hand over File 049 and any materials related to this incident, as Team X is now in charge of this investigation. Here are the Federation documents related to our assignment, if you wish to read them. Greetings, Kylo researcher. I've known about you for quite some time, but it's a pleasure to finally meet you. My apologies if I seem a little tired, but I've been working late into the night for the last few days. Naturally, I haven't gotten much rest either.
I don't see any issue with these documents. I'll be sure to report every last detail of today's findings to the Federation once I return. As for File 049, a significant portion of it was damaged in the battle earlier, when a stray bullet struck the file. I managed to recover a fair amount of the fragments and seal them in an evidence bag, but the file is beyond recovery.
I'll verify the file myself. Besides the file, we need to interrogate these two, Ace and all public security officers involved. My team is searching for the others as we speak. For now, I need you two to come with me.
Interrogate me. That's rich.
Let's make this easy. I don't want to use force, but if I have to play the bad guy, things might get out of hand. Someone could get hurt. I hate staying up late writing incident reports. All the paperwork.
Authorizer, your researcher persona has caught the Federation's attention in the surface layer. This complicates our mission.
Plotty?
It's an emergency, so please use the space rift and get out right away. I'll set up a new persona for you once you return. Yes, right now! What happened? What did you do to set off the firewall?
Huh? When the heck did I tell you to do that? I can't even communicate with you in the surface layer! Your biometrics are unique. Do you know how hard it is to create a new persona for you?
I know you're upset, but please just listen to me. I had my doubts at first too, but I was caught in a dangerous situation right before it happened. I didn't have time to think clearly, but it did seem strange that I was able to hear your voice in the surface layer.
I didn't mean to scare you just now. Anyways, I'm sorry. So you're sure you heard my voice in the network?
Yes.
I'll have to look into that later. Right now, we need to get the firewall to stop targeting you. We don't have much time, but in order to send you back into the network as quickly as possible, I'll have to take a few risks. We need to restart the firewall, but it has to be done piece by piece. They will take time, but each part will be extremely vulnerable. Viruses will most likely sense that vulnerability and begin attacking the network even more aggressively. That, in turn, will cause the firewall to concentrate its remaining resources on the viruses, which should deprioritize you enough to grant you safe access to the network.
Got it.
I'm counting on you. For now, just give me a brief rundown of your recent actions within the network.
For starters, I confirmed that the history within the surface layer can definitely be changed. People who should have died are now living their new lives.
Impossible. Just calculating and recreating history commands a significant portion of the network's computing power. Recalculating the lives of so many people within the network would be an immense drain on its already strained resources. I can't imagine it would waste that much computing power on something so meaningless.
But it did. So they must have meant something, right?
Are you saying the surface layer serves a greater purpose?
Honestly, it's been bothering me from the very beginning. What's the point of keeping something as troublesome as the network in existence, when all it does is reproduce history within the surface layer? But right now, my intuition tells me that I'm one step closer to understanding the truth behind this whole thing.
Right now, I can only go with what I know. If you're seeking answers, you'll have to uncover them yourself in the network. We're short on time, so I'll get to work on the firewall. What do you make of it, Papa? I don't know who else to ask about this.
Someone clearly tricked the authorizer, but you already know the answer, don't you? Whoever did this wanted the firewall to detect the authorizer and prevent them from accessing the network.
Things are getting even more complicated. If the enemy was able to imitate me this time, there's no telling what they'll do next time. Maybe it was Nemesis? Or the heirs of Ida? Or maybe someone else from Hykros is responsible for this. It's also possible that we're facing an entirely new enemy now.
Quit acting scared! If they've already done something like this to us, chances are they're going to try messing with us again. And when they do, that's when we'll catch them red-handed! Simple as that!
Yes, you're absolutely right. Also, Papa, I have to warn you. You're usually the one who helps me bear the load of the network's cybernetic link, but restarting the firewall is going to greatly increase that load.
Bring it on! Nothing's too much for the great Papa, so just leave it to me.
What I mean is that you're sitting this one out. I'm going to bear the load myself this time, so get some rest.
What's that supposed to mean? I told you leave it to me, didn't I? You better not be underestimating me, Plotty!
Just do as I ask, please. If you do, I won't count your appearance just now against you. In fact, I'll let you come out to play 2 more times this week.
Huh? For real? You swear it?
I swear it.
You got yourself a deal? Hey, wait a minute. You're not gonna use this against me, are you?
I can go with you.
It's you, researcher! Ugh, for a second we thought those jerks finally found us. What took you so long to get here? We left that message with Bagus ages ago. Any longer and the boss and I would have taken the fight straight to Asurata at the Public Security Bureau.
It's okay, Anka. I'm here now. Bagus only said that you were somewhere in the Astra building, but it took a lot of efforts to find you guys. Why don't you start by telling me why you're here of all places?
It's an exciting story, let me tell you. It all started that day when me and Rosalind were...
It's all thanks to Mr. Bagus. When Asurata appeared at the tavern that day, Mr. Bagus was the one who tipped off Anka about Team X, giving her time to escape. After you used a space rift to escape, I found an opening during my fight with Asurata and took off on my motorcycle. When I met up with Anka, Bagus informed us that our communications were being monitored, so he set up this hideout.
Why didn't you tell the boss you were gonna use a space rift to make your getaway, researcher? She would have been a lot safer if she went with you, you know?
Odin's Tavern has always been a major player in Asperia's underworld. And as its owner, his reputation precedes him. A word from him, and folks are falling over themselves to lend a hand.
He may look like your friendly neighborhood grandpa, but he's got a deadly side. Word on the street is, he once took down 3 men with nothing but a pencil.
Stop scaring the researcher, Anka. You've broken more cups at the tavern than anyone can count, and yet Mr. Bagus has never pointed a pencil at you.
Aw, come on, boss. Leave the bullying to Gray Fox. If both of you start teaming up on me, I don't know how much longer I'll last in Wednesday.
That reminds me. Has either of you found any clues about her location? I could really use her help with something right now.
Nada. Not a trace. It's like she just vanished. Rosalind scoured Lucius's logs, communications, and even his computer. But there was absolutely nothing.
The Fang Gang hit a dead end too. They asked everyone from petty thugs to top mercs, but no one's heard a peep about her.
What about Lucius? Where is he now?
In the hospital. Apparently he's starting to recover, but there's no telling when he'll wake up. The doctors want to use medicine to wake him, but the Aurora industry lawyers keep denying him treatment. It's like they're stalling for time or something.
I don't have time to wait for him to wake up. I'll drag him, the doctors, and the meds out of the hospital if I have to. I need answers now.
Straight to the point, huh? I like it.
Same here. It's just... won't this make Rosalind even more upset? Maybe I should buy her a gift ahead of time?
T-Max is monitoring the entire city through the Public Security Bureau. We'll have to take this abandoned underground passage to avoid getting caught. This way. The tunnels down here are complicated and it's easy to get lost, so stay close.
The stage has long been set. Finally, the protagonists take the stage.
left the squad on your own. No one will be responsible if something happens.
What are you doing? I'm the heir of the Todd family. You're all as good as dead. Why are you looking at me like that? Aside from me, the clueless rich kid with good connections, everyone else on Team X is either a senior investigator or a veteran soldier. It took a lot of planning to put on this little show, you know. But on to more serious matters. I paid Wednesday a substantial sum of money to complete a certain request. However, since you failed to carry out your mission, all of your subsequent operations will now be under my command.
Are you talking nonsense? Or have you completely lost it?
You mean you don't know? I see. And here I thought Aglia, or rather, Gray Fox, had figured it out a long time ago.
Gray Fox? I mean, what are you talking about? We don't know any Gray.
Let it go, Anka. He clearly knows Gray Fox's true identity. Tell me, Asarada, what exactly is this request you mentioned?
It's so much easier to talk to someone with an actual brain. The truth is, I am Phantom, the one who hired Wednesday to steal File 049 from Aurora Industries. I paid a deposit of 500,000 Norn, and yet I received nothing in return. As your employer, I've decided to change the terms instead of demanding my money back. Surely that's acceptable to you, yes?
Researcher! Another DM from Phantom just came through on the Darknet forum. They're changing the terms and want us to follow Asarada's lead from now on. The top-rated employer on the forum with the most orders and the biggest payouts? That was you?
How could you put your own sister in such danger, you fool? Because of you, the Federation is hunting us down. And her...
Forgive me, Miss Nola, but it was all an accident, and I'm just as much a victim as any of you. At the time, one of my subordinates mentioned that Aurora Industries had stolen a very important file related to Omnium technology. I figured Lucius had simply stolen yet another file from one of his competitors. Thinking it would interest you, I posted the request with the full expectation that you would accept it. However, I had no idea that the stolen file was actually Federation property.
Quit lying! Team X is hunting us down over File 049, and you're their captain. There's no way you didn't know about this.
Do you honestly believe I would have gotten Aglia involved if I knew it was a classified Federation file? Furthermore, I'm not foolish enough to give you petty thieves an advantage over Lucius.
Pretty bold of you to look down on Wednesday like that. Remind me, who was the one who offered us 1 million Norn for our services? You were so scared I'd turn down your offer that you stayed up all night just to reply to me.
1 million Norn may seem like a large sum to you, but it's nothing to people like us. Besides, I only went to all that trouble for Aglia's sake, not for you or anyone else.
For Gray Fox? What does she have to do with this?
Your ignorance is astounding, I must say. Did it ever occur to you that a young lady her age needs plenty of rest in order to grow into a healthy adult? Of course not, because all you care about is making your paltry wages. That's why you kept Aglia awake at all hours of the night, forcing her to open password-protected safes and whatnot.
So let me get this straight. You were worried that your sister wasn't sleeping enough, so you offered Anka a 1 million Norn job to stop her from keeping Gray Fox awake at night. But when you made the request, you had no idea that the Aurora Industries file was actually File 049, which was property of the Federation.
Correct. And as a result of my careless actions, our rotten father must have locked her away to avoid arousing the Federation's suspicions. I can't bear it any longer, which is why I need you people to rescue her.
Your rotten father? That sounds kind of familiar. Hey, Anka, could you play Gray Fox's last recorded message?
I got locked up by that rotten jerk. It's my fault for being so careless, but...
I see. So when Gray Fox said that, she wasn't talking about Lucius at all. She was talking about her dad. Your guys' dad.
Of course. Who else could make someone disappear so completely but our father? A man with countless connections all over the city. He has always been the kind to do things for our own good. But in truth, he does nothing but give orders.
If you ask me, he's more interested in protecting his business assets than protecting his own daughter. I'd expect nothing less from Tepin Todd, a man known for his ruthless pursuit of profit.
To be honest, my father... Never mind. If there are no further objections to the change of terms of our agreement, then I will require your full cooperation from this point on. My father always taught me that formalities always come before business. Before we officially begin, I should call him as a courtesy. But it seems the signal is too poor down here. We'll need to find a place with better reception first.
Todd Family Residence, Frey speaking. How may I assist you?
Hello, Frey. I wish to speak to my father.
Understood. I'm okay, sir.
That cough still hasn't
gone away?
gone
There was simply a delay in my medicine delivery this week. Are you not taking your medicine as prescribed? It was due to an update in the hospital. Understood. I'm okay, sir. There was simply a delay in my medicine delivery this week. It was due to an update in the hospital system, so please don't hold it against the doctor, young master. Your father is ready to receive your call now.
Good day, sir. This is Henderson speaking. Your father just finished with an important meeting and is now having a cup of tea. He will be with you momentarily.
Why do you have 2 stewards working for you?
First off, we have a steward at each of our residences, so we have way more than just 2. On top of that, someone as capable as Frey has his own assistant. But Henderson is my father's personal valet. He's just filling in as steward at our new place for now.
This had better be important, Asurada. I'm joining several high-level Federation members for a round of golf soon, so you have exactly 5 minutes to tell me whatever it is you need to tell me.
I'll dispense with the unnecessary small talk then, Father. I would like for you to release Aglia.
We've been over this already, Asurada. I had you appointed as captain of Team X specifically to prevent the Federation from uncovering Aglia's history as a hacker. My conditions for releasing her are still the same. Eliminate every member of Wednesday, find a scapegoat to take the fall as Gray Fox, and ensure that Aglia is no longer being pursued.
First of all, we never discussed anything regarding Team X. You simply forced me to comply after putting Aglia under house arrest. Secondly, when she finally reconnects with the outside world, I don't want her first discovery to be that her father and brother joined forces to eliminate all of her friends.
We have no other choice, Asurada. Ace's refusal to disband Wednesday gave Meryl the chance to dig up the truth. You're now our final hope to protect Aglia.
And that's precisely the reason I accepted my assignment as captain of Team X. But now that I've had time to investigate the entire matter, I realize that your plan is far from reasonable. The members of Wednesday are skilled and trustworthy, and Aglia values them highly as friends. For that reason, I believe they are more valuable to us alive rather than dead.
What value could a lowly band of thieves possibly have? Now stop wasting my time, Asurada. The sooner you finish them off, the sooner Aglia can regain her freedom.
I'm afraid I must refuse, Father. You raised me to be your successor, and now I must consider our family's future. I'll prove the value of keeping Wednesday alive to you, and then I will convince Secretary General Kieran to pardon them, thus cementing the Todd family's honorable status in the eyes of the entire Federation. That is my plan, and now it is your turn to accept it.
You're walking on thin ice, Asurada. Kieran is the last person you want to provoke, so...
All right, enough with the formalities. It's go time. Just follow my lead, and I can guarantee a smooth rescue for Aglia.
Smooth rescue? How are we supposed to do that, now that you've taunted the enemy and given away our next move? Plus, we still don't know where Grey Fox is being held.
Now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. My father may have placed Aglia under house arrest, but that doesn't mean he would subject his beloved daughter to any further indignities. She's probably lounging in some villa, cut off from the world, but pampered like a queen.
I see. Then all we have to do is go through a list of the Todd family's properties. Let's see. Oh no. How are there so many of them?
Would you like to hear an interesting story about my cousin? One day, she was driving down the road when she saw a beautiful villa and decided to buy it. But when she looked up the owner's information, she was surprised to discover that she had already purchased it long ago and had simply forgotten about it.
You just can't resist flaunting your family's wealth, can you? If you're actually going to help us rescue Grey Fox, then I suggest you keep your nonsense to yourself.
It's hardly nonsense, my dear. I mentioned that we assign different stewards to each of our estates, yes? Because Henderson, the steward I just spoke to, has most likely been assigned to the seaside villa that my father recently purchased. If so, then Aglia is definitely being held there. I will show you the way, but you three will be in charge of the rescue operation itself. Come with me.
Wait, Asurada. If you knew all this, and all it took was a single phone call to find out Grey Fox's location, why haven't you rescued her yourself? By asking us to do it, it looks like you're just setting us up.
You're as perceptive as they say, Miss Nola. Rest assured, everything I've said up until this point is entirely truthful. The last thing I want is for my sister to spend the rest of her life hating me for hurting her friends. The reason I require your assistance is because my own subordinates are loyal only to the Todd family name, which means they would never choose me over my father. You three, on the other hand, will surely help me if it means rescuing Aglia.
So, in spite of all your money, you came to us for help because you can't trust anyone around you, huh? Suddenly, I'm not all that jealous of you.
Come, it won't do to keep Aglia waiting. Relax. They'd probably be glad to see me gone. They'll just put someone else in charge.
Why is that?
An infamous profiteer and his incompetent son have been placed in charge of a team of elite soldiers and highly trained agents. How would you feel if you were in their position? Besides, I'm acting on my own this time, which means they can wash their hands of any blame if something really happens to me. Why would they squander such a perfect opportunity by rescuing me? We have arrived. I told you already. Your little gang of thieves is more useful to us alive than dead. The time has come to prove your worth, so I require your full cooperation.
This thing won't budge!
You were never going to help us rescue Gray Fox, were you? Nola was right. This was all just a trap to get rid of Wednesday.
No. Trust me. This is all part of the plan. In order to rescue Aglia, you must first demonstrate your ability to cure aberrants. Only then will we have a chance to obtain a pardon from Secretary General Kieran.
Did you just call them aberrants? So you've known about the Omnium incident all along?
Of course. Team X is responsible for stifling any mention of the Omnium incident. Our duties include, but are not limited to, eradicating aberrants, purging any online information related to them, and restricting the freedom of anyone who knows about their existence.
Aberrants? Omnium incident? What are you two talking about?
Stay out of it, Anka.
I thought the conversation with my father made that perfectly clear, no? I'm helping you prove the value of your lives by demonstrating that you have the ability to cure aberrants. I have recording devices installed to capture the process, which I will present to Kieran when the time comes. The Secretary General couldn't possibly refuse such a powerful secret in exchange for pardoning Wednesday for its crimes. And the one who facilitates the entire process will be me, Asurata Todd. This all but guarantees that our family name will command even more respect within the Federation. Wouldn't you agree?
If you're so sure that this secret is enough to guarantee our safety, then why didn't you just tell us sooner? I'm sure we would have agreed to your plan if we knew it was in our best interest.
Surely you jest. I only suspected that you were capable of curing aberrants. And if I was wrong, I would have had no choice but to carry out my father's original plan to protect Aglia. But I've already played my part. The rest is up to you three, and I will be watching very closely. The stage is set and the cameras are rolling. Prove your ability to cure aberrants, or I will report your tragic deaths to Aglia and tell her that I was too late to save you.
You really are out of your mind.
Don't say that, Miss Nola. If you succeed, I'll even request a few Defense Force files from Secretary General Kieran on your behalf. I'm certain you will be thanking me by the time this is all over.
That crazy bastard. If that's how he wants to play, we'll just blast through these walls and get out of here.
But boss, if we break out like that, won't the aberrants escape too? They'll turn the innocent people outside into their next meal, right?
It's fine, Anka. I really do have a way to cure them, but I need you guys to buy me some time.
Roger!
Greetings. We are the 5th Aerospace Assault Team of the Joint Defense Forces Temporal Anomaly Response Force. Our current mission is to make contact with Void Entity 11856 in this area of hyperspace. Please state your ID, unit number, and current mission.
The Temporal Anomaly Response Force of the Joint Defense Force? What in the world is that? Isn't this the foundational layer?
2nd Lieutenant Jana of Frontline Command. ID number T118, reporting in.
Acknowledged. 2nd Lieutenant Jana, please deliver your report.
Construction of the reshaping tower in the target area is now complete, and the Void Girl is currently pursuing a Bastion-level Void entity. An unidentified civilian was also discovered in the area, and has been assigned case number UE5571. Note: the unidentified civilian joined forces with the Void Girl to fend off the Bastion-level Void entity and appears to be friendly. Please advise on how to proceed.
Your status has been acknowledged. Command will send an assault team to assist the Void Girl in battle. In addition, the mission has been reassigned to the Desert Sands Outpost, which is located in the Varun district of Oderic. Your orders are to gather all personnel related to case number UE5571 and report to the Desert Sands Outpost, where a specialist will provide you with further instructions.
You would be smart to cooperate with us. Let's go.
Me?
Go home? It sounds like we need to have a doctor examine you, especially your head. You haven't just forgotten who you are, but where you are right now.
Wait, Shirley's body hasn't... Okay, I got it.
Ma'am, I brought the civilian in question.
Good work, Jana. I'll take it from here.
Our signal-level Void entity in battle once again. Replenish your supplies, then head to the coordinates to provide reinforcements.
Understood.
Number UE5571. Commander Antoria has been expecting you for quite some time.
Huh?
Indeed. It seems she has taken a keen interest in your ability to travel freely between hyperspace and reality.
Where did you obtain this ability? Who is responsible for its development? Did someone authorize your Omnium research? Or is your organization conducting it outside of the law?
Wait, I can't answer all those questions at once.
Then let's start with the most important one. How are you capable of passing between hyperspace and reality?
Hyperspace and reality? By reality, do you mean... hang on. Can I ask what year you were born?
2642. But what does that have to do with anything? Now answer my question. Fine, keep your secrets for now. But once you meet Commander Antoria, she'll get the truth out of you. Under normal circumstances, an unidentified individual like yourself would be placed under strict detainment. However, Commander Antoria has ordered us to keep you at the Outpost's command center for now.
See that mecha lying in the middle of the outpost? I know you're strong enough to team up with the Void Girl against a Bastion-level Void entity. But if you go up against the Type 0 ground controller, you'll see just how mild a Bastion-level Void entity really is.
Until we're certain of your trustworthiness, that machine will be keeping a very close eye on you. I suggest you avoid any thoughts of running away and wait patiently for Commander Antoria to come and find you.